childhood dreams. It's childhood dreams. I need after and be the the dream. And funny fashion. And funny. It's my old childhood dreams. It's childhood dreams. I need after and be the
Mega Man, at last we meet. But now you must deal with me and all the powers of the sun. Just give me a moment to power up here. Any minute now, I'll show you my true power. Look, why'd you have to come on such an overcast day? And now the clouds are... Can we do this another time? Hey, that's cheating!
You'll get him next time, champ.
Bonus scenario. The sun is a planet just like the Earth because the sun is not a star, it's not a star shape, it's round just like the Earth. You wouldn't die immediately, Cody.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm burning up. Help me, I'm on fire.
Another story I heard about myself. This one happened in high school. We had this teacher in high school whose kid went to our high school. His name was Mr. McNamara, and his son Jake McNamara went to our high school. He was a sophomore when I was a senior, so he was 2 years behind me. And Mr. McNamara was an asshole. And one weekend, he and his wife decided to leave town, which you should never do if you're an asshole. And Jake McNamara decided to throw a party at the teacher's house. Hooray! And everyone around town heard about it, and we all got up individually and thought, okay, let's go over there and destroy the place. I walked into this party, everyone I had ever met was there, and everyone was drinking like it was the end of the world. People were drinking like it was the Civil War and a doctor was coming to saw our legs off. It was totally unsupervised. We were like dogs without horses. We were running wild. I walked down to the basement. They had a pool table in the basement. One dude took a running start and threw his body onto the pool table and broke it in half. Another kid found out which room was Mr. McNamara's and went upstairs and took a shit on his computer. So the party was going great. I'm standing in the basement and I'm holding a red cup. You've seen movies. And I'm standing there and I'm holding a red cup and I'm starting to black out. And I guess someone said like, something police. And in a brilliant moment of word association, I yelled, fuck the police! Fuck the police! And everyone else joined in. 100 drunk white children yelling, fuck duh, police. With the confidence of guys who have like already been to jail and aren't afraid of it anymore. You know, that like, I'll serve my nickel, you come and take me confidence. But white children. The reason someone had said something police was because the police were there. So a Chicago police officer walked down the stairs and got to the bottom in the basement and looked out over a sea of drunk toddlers yelling, fuck the police, in his face. And he was almost impressed. He was like, wow. And then he leaned into his walkie-talkie and went, get the paddy wagon. And my friend John, who is now a father, this man now has a baby, he grabbed a 40, smashed it on the ground, and yelled, scatter! And everyone ran in a different direction. We all ran in different directions. It was like that scene in Ratatouille when the humans come in the kitchen and all the rats go in different ways. We all ran in different directions. I ran into the laundry room, and I jumped up on the washing machine, and I crawled out through a window into the backyard, and now I'm running through the backyard, and there was this big chain link fence, and I thought, I've never climbed a fence that high before. And then I woke up at home. On Monday, I went to school because that's what we did back then. And I'm walking into the school building, and who do I see but Jake McNamara? And he says to me, hey, were you at my party on Saturday? And I said, no, you know, like a liar. And he said things got really out of hand. Someone broke the pool table. Someone took a shit on my dad's computer. But the worst thing, he says, the worst thing is that someone stole these old antique photos of my grandmother, and my parents are freaking out about it. And I had that thought that only blackout drunks and Steve Urkel can have. Did I do that? I figured no, I wouldn't have done that. But I was never sure until 2 years later. Relax. I'm playing video games with this kid named Alex that we also went to high school with. 2 years later, we've graduated by now. We're playing video games for a couple hours. And then Alex says to me, hey, come here. I want to show you something. And he takes me into his bedroom. And then he takes me into a side room off of his bedroom. Never a good thing to have. He shows me a tiny room that is covered wall to wall in stolen antique photos from different people's parties over the years. And I said, why? Because it's the one thing you can't replace.
Então você se acha um músico, não é? Acha que pode me derrotar no meu próprio jogo?
Cai dentro, velhote!
Uou, você não tá com medo?
Nem um pouco, princesa. Não, eu joguei Five Nights at Freddy's, nada pode me assustar.
Uau!
E também eu joguei Sonic.exe, o jogo de terror mais aterrorizante do mundo. Quem fala que não tem medo daquele jogo tá mentindo.
Eu sinto muito se meu irmãozinho te incomodou. Oh, tá tudo bem. Eu espero que o meu irmão também não tenha causado muitos problemas. Não, na verdade não.
Minha mãe é o quê?
Ora. Se não é um rapper famoso, namorado. Ou, no meu caso, ex-namorado. Eu ouvi dizer que você entrou na lista de merda do pai dela. Não sou eu que desisti da faculdade. Essa doença terminal não era canônica. Ah, vá chupar o canavial de rola, vá. Mas, ei, pelo menos eu não sou rapper de merda com mau gosto para mulheres.
Minha namorada mó fodendo, deusas!
Tudo bem, eu perco, você vai pra casa. Mas se eu ganhar, vou te dar tanto chumbo que você vai parecer um queijo cheio de buracos. Combinado? Aí, guria. Se tu quebrar o coração dele, eu quebro teu pescoço na hora. Capiche?
Então você é o espertinho que fisgou a minha filha. Você pode até ter derrotado meu marido, mas não será capaz de me derrotar. Você está pronto?
Por que a sua família é sexy mesmo?
Ô, seus trouxa! Vocês otários acham que são os únicos que têm uma irmã?
E aí, seus cornos? Papai, esse é meu namorado, boyfriend. E esse é o namorado dele, Pico.
Salve, coroa! Desculpa, mano. O pai dela me pagou por isso. Agora tira a mãozinha daí.
Cara, não tem como não tocar nessa raba, velho. Vamos na lanchonete. Eu pago.
Isso ainda não acabou!
Hã?
Eu vou destruir você e pegar ela de volta! E você pode vir chupar o meu pau logo após a sua namoradinha!
Ah, com certeza eu chuparia o seu pau. Se você tivesse um, pelo menos. Por que você
Caralho, ele
aceita?
literalmente tá chorando.
Isso não foi nada.
Oh, Cherish, você é tão legal.
Olha só pra eles. O casal apaixonado e escambau. Que merda sentimental eles estão falando um pro outro.
Você sabia que Playboy Card é a ponte entre o rap e o hiperpop?
Puta merda.
Então por que você quer se casar com minha filha?
Pra falar a verdade, ela tem uma puta raba.
Foi exatamente por isso que me casei com a mãe dela. Você tem minha permissão.